first time watching Chernobyl. It's episode 5, the finale of this mini-series. It's quite a depressing and sad and stressful series to watch, but it is one that sheds light on a lot of things, which we're going to talk about at the end of this episode for sure. Before we get to that part, though, how are you all doing? I hope you're doing good. I'm doing just lovely. My name's Affan, by the way, and welcome to the channel. Yep, I just did that. Yeah, I'm loving this show so far. It almost feels weird to say that I'm loving this show, you know what I mean? Because it's like so heavy that like you're like, am I loving this? But I mean, it's a very well done show, I suppose is what I'm trying to say. Perfect. And I'm very much looking forward to how they're going to finish it off, as I've said previously. And if there are things that are different, and of course there will be things that are different than the official reported events, I don't know anything about these events other than what I've seen so far in the show. Please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. Also, let me know in the comments down below, since this is the last episode, what you would like me to do next. It could be a show series, you know, or a movie that you'd like me to see. And then go ahead and subscribe so you can check it out, you know, the moment I upload it. By the way, if you want to see the next thing right now, you can on my Patreon, because that's where everything I do goes first, and then later, a few days later, comes to YouTube. Full-length reactions, unedited watch-alongs, all of that is on Patreon as well, and of course they go up way early as well, so you can check that out if that is something that you're into. Yeah, let's do this final episode. Let's just get into it without any further ado. Here we go. Okay, 2 women that are wearing pants. That's lovely. If you're new, in the previous episode, I presumed maybe it's like a Soviet thing that girls have to wear skirts, and men can only wear pants or shorts. But I've seen a few ladies now wearing pants, so that's good. Oh, there she is. Oh no, every time she looks at a baby now, yeah. Yep. No, wait, that's that guy. Wait, hold on. Or that looked like that guy. Oh, I'm confused. What is happening here? Her husband. Didn't it look like her husband? Oh, okay, it's before the explosion. Lovely, okay, cool. And that was that chief engineer guy, right?
Naturally, they'll put me in charge once it's gone, and then I'll need someone to take my own job. I could pitch Sitnik off.
He's lost a lot of hair, man.
So do we have to scrap it or what?
No, I don't think so. If we need to wait 10 hours, we wait.
Running at half power, we're not going to have stability issues.
No, I should think.
I'm not asking you.
We'll maintain at 1600. I'll go home, get some sleep, come back tonight. We'll proceed then.
Oh, lovely. It's 12 hours, right? So you sleep for what, like 4, 6 hours, 8? Oh, lovely. Very happy. You would have been awake. Or did you sleep 10 hours? Promotion. They're definitely not getting that promotion now, right? After this. So, I guess there were safety issues.
Hero of the Soviet Union.
Our highest honor.
Wow.
They haven't even given it to me.
Promotion to director of the Kurchatov Institute.
Lovely. So I guess he didn't tell the truth then.
Being humble about you, Valery Alexeyevich. These rewards are not yours yet. First, your testimony at the trial.
Oh, he hasn't given it yet.
Once it's over, we will have our villain, we'll have our hero, we'll have our truth. After that, we can deal with a reactor.
Wow. That's more important. Ugh. I'm like, well, he told the actual truth, because then how do they know these events took place, right? But if they do know, then he told the truth. And if he told the truth, then... losing hair. Ooh, lovely. Well, the levels of radiation that he's been exposed to, I'm surprised it took this long. Oh, by the way, I forgot. The name of this episode, Vichnaya Pamyat, or something like that. I apologize if I'm butchering it. What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Chokov is saying they're going to fix the reactors after the trial.
Do you believe him? The state will never willingly fix the reactors because acknowledging the problem means admitting that they lied. They will have to be forced.
Yeah.
At the trial, you're going to tell the truth.
I like how this lady's just giving him orders. Like, no, you're going to do it.
I'd like to think that if I spoke out, it would be enough, but I know how the world works.
They will shoot Homyuk.
But you said yourself you're going to die anyways.
Putting out fires, tending to the wounded. They didn't hesitate, they didn't waver. They simply did what had to be done.
So have I. So have I.
Yeah, the situation is such.
So I've already given my life. Isn't that enough?
No, I'm sorry, but it is not.
Well, but if you know you're going to die because you've exposed yourself, then why are you afraid of a bullet? Isn't it like, for me at least, that's like me, I'm like, okay, well, I'm dead. Well, like I said, we die anyways. Who knows, I might die tomorrow, but why does it matter if it's a bullet or the radiation taking me out or cancer or whatever, you know what I mean? The radiation's going to cause cancer, as he said. But I mean, I get it though. We are hardwired to try and survive for as long as possible. You know? I mean, we know we're going to die, but still we try so hard, right, to avoid danger.
The Central Committee of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union and the Presidium of the Supreme Soviet of the USSR.
Is that flayed man dude? Ramsey's father? Forgot his name. The Bolton, the Lord Bolton or whatever.
The path of Leninist principles shall be consistently and undeviatingly followed, as it expresses the vital interests of the Soviet people, its hopes and aspirations as we guide the life of the party and state.
You're gonna tell the truth?
Indictments: Viktor Brukhanov, Anatoly Dyatlov, Nikolai Fomin.
And they were gonna get promoted, eh? Ooh, is that like a model of the actual thing? To help them see, visualize, you know? And understand the situation better.
The coarse heat turns the water to steam, and the steam spins the turbine here, and the result is electricity. But what if a power plant has no power? The power feeding the plant itself is disrupted.
I'm loving the fact that he learned so much throughout this, about this, you know? At the beginning he knew nothing. Jon Snow.
What if the dying turbine could keep the pumps working long enough to bridge the 60-second gap? Any questions?
No, continue, please.
I like how to take a break. He asked if they had any questions because he was coughing.
Comrade Hamyuk.
Ooh, what's she gonna do?
You know the test couldn't do it on the day shift, so they've given it to us.
To us? We don't know what it is.
It's fine. We take it down to 700, hold it there. The rest is study at Chuck and Kirschenbaum. Dyatlov to be supervised.
I have to do something I've never done before with Dyatlov looking over my shoulder.
We'll do it together.
Wow. Oh, so I was right. Him being 25 years old, and so he's just not experienced enough to be in this situation, and they have put him in this situation. The day shift, that's what that meant.
In the program, there's instructions of what to do, and then a lot of things crossed out. What should I?
They're keeping all the experienced people, the people that are supposed to do these tests during the day shift.
We've been cleared to run the test. 1600, good. Is it too much to ask that you all know what you're doing?
Well, yes, absolutely.
He was going to say no.
Power to 700.
I want you to think of Yuri Gagarin. I want you to imagine that he has been told nothing of his mission into space until...
That's the first man into space, right?
Boron control rods. They reduce reactivity like brakes on a car.
I'm loving the presentations.
The core is running at full power. It burns the xenon away before it can cause a problem. But because of the delay, Chernobyl reactor...
Are they even listening? I feel like they're like thinking about something else. Daydreaming.
It built up, poisoning the core, starting to lose balance. At 28 minutes past midnight...
Something's going on with him. Keeps coughing.
Should have finished by now.
Following protocol for reduction rate.
Procrastinating. 10 other men in this plant would have done it already.
Working, you're doing fine.
That guy's an asshole, I swear. Whoa, that was a big jump.
Very slow now. Let's ease it down to 700. Whoa, slow.
That's a very...
Safety first, always. I've been saying that for 25 years. How long I've done this job? 25 years. Longer than you, Akimov? Is it much longer?
Yes.
You with your mother's tit barely out your mouth?
Wow. You know, my mother's tits barely out of my mouth, but your mother's isn't. God, I'm so I swear.
No, Comrade Dyatlov, you were in the room. You ordered them to raise the power. This is a fact.
Ooh, that dude's not looking good. Give him some water, dude. Don't just stare at him. I wasn't even in the room. What a Oh. Sure, I could hit him with... No. I don't wish that. Is that Mickey Mouse? Is that a knockoff Mickey Mouse? Soviet Mickey Mouse?
Chernobyl. It was mostly Jews and Poles. The Jews were killed in pogroms, and Stalin forced the Poles out.
Like Polish? Oh, like Jews and Poles. That took me a second. I'm like, what?
No one ever thinks it's going to happen to them.
Until it does. Lovely.
They call it a long illness. It doesn't seem very long to me. I know you told me and I believed you. But time passed and I thought
Maybe.
it happened to me.
Yeah, maybe it wouldn't happen to me.
I hoped that one day I would matter, but I didn't. I just stood next to people who did.
Oh, wow. At least he's acknowledging it.
There are other scientists like me. Any one of them could have done what I did. With you, everything we asked for, everything we needed.
He provided.
Men, material.
Yeah. Once he started to understand it was serious, he did everything he could.
All the ministers and all the deputies, the entire congregation of obedient fools, they mistakenly sent the one good man.
A heart-to-heart moment.
Oh, sorry. This is all we can get. It's 200 megawatts. We pulled almost everything out.
That's all we have, that's all we have.
But the test requires 700.
Stelyarchuk, let's get ready. Switch on pump 4.
Oh, wait a second.
Stelyarchuk.
We have barely enough steam as it is. The turbine is going too. If we add more water, there will be even
I
less.
said it's enough. I know what I'm doing. Stelyarchuk.
No, you're clearly... The people just don't listen, no. So many died, and this all could have been avoided.
None of them have been told about the test. None of them know what is about to happen. At 1:22 and 30 seconds.
All right, because you said don't inform them.
All right, comrades. Another few minutes, it'll all be over. Kirschenbaum, when you're ready.
We did everything right.
Oscillograph on.
Did you, though? Well, they did everything right, but...
Inside the core, the remaining water is quickly converting to steam. A void is being created. There is no fresh water to replace it. Steam increases reactivity, increases heat, increases steam,
no.
increases reactivity.
Whoa.
Remaining xenon goes away. Power is rising. There's nothing left to stop it. 1:23 and 35 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
We have a power surge, Sasha.
No.
What did you do?
1:23 and 40 seconds.
What did you do, yeah? Listen to you, that's what he did.
We still have more evidence to give.
It's not necessary. Your testimony is concluded.
Court is now adjourned. We will resume tomorrow.
Let him finish.
Comrade Sabina.
Let him finish.
He's like, let him finish or I'll bring my nephew Fade Roth out here. Is he gonna tell the truth? Is he gonna tell it all? I think he's gonna. That chat with him outside, I think that might have done it.
We do not know how high the power went. We only know the final reading.
24.
Designed to operate at 3,200 megawatts.
Whoa.
Went beyond 33,000. Explosion. In the instant the lid is thrown off the reactor, oxygen rushes in. It combines with hydrogen and superheated graphite. The chain of disaster is now complete. No one in the room that night knew the shutdown button could act as a detonator because it was kept from them. Testimony in Vienna was a lie. And right now there are 16 reactors in the Soviet Union with the same fatal flaw. 3 of them are still running, less than 20 kilometers.
You mean to suggest the Soviet state is somehow responsible for what happened? Then I must warn you, you are treading on dangerous ground.
I've already trod on dangerous ground. We're on dangerous ground. Every lie we tell incurs a debt to the truth. Sooner or later, that debt is paid. That is when our BMK reactor core explodes.
Wow. He's finally got his answer, eh? It wouldn't happen to me. I think that speech right there did it.
I can do anything I want. But what I want the most is for you to know that I know. You're not brave. You're not heroic. What role did Shabina play in this?
But he's on the right side of history, though.
What role did Khomyuk play in this?
Well, this was literally written by her, but not because you are gonna shoot them both. Well, not shoot, but you know, destroy their lives.
You will remain so immaterial to the world around you that when you finally do die, it will be exceedingly hard to know that you ever lived at all.
Right, blame the guy who told you what went wrong instead of fixing the problem. I mean, that's really why the test went wrong. Why worry about the thing that's not going to happen? Are they going to try and help him, since he didn't mention their names?
A scientist is to be naive. So focused on our search for truth, we fail to consider how few...
Oh, at the beginning, that was him, I see, okay.
Where I once would fear the cost of truth, now I only ask, what is the cost of lies?
That's Legasov? Valery Legasov. Wow. May he rest in peace. That's what it took, eh? As if the people dying before him weren't enough. He had to kill himself for them to take notice. Of course they were. Of course they were. Okay. Oh, those are the actual people. Oh wow, so almost 5 years like Legasov predicted. To this day, so they didn't bury the... Oh, it's a lot. The basement. Oh. Oh! Finally, some good news. 100 of them. Man, the government, I swear. Okay, like, I know a lot of people died and that's horrible, but this is giving me so much hope, because it was so hopeless. Oh my goodness, 300,000. They're told this was temporary, but no, it was not. It is still forbidden to return. 2 billion, wow. 100 years. Of course, makes sense. Amongst children. Whoa, 4,000 to 93,000. Oh my goodness. 31. That is just ridiculous. May they all rest in peace. There's so much here that we can learn from, you know, so much. Human nature, man, just greed and just power, and we're okay with repeating it. The books on the shelves at the history section of the library is repeating itself, but no one reads them or learns from them. Yeah. Wow. That was really depressing, you know. There's so much to talk about. There are so many aspects to it. The death toll, the displacement, the lies, the politics, the incompetence of those in charge simply to achieve something so material, a promotion. That's it. That's all they wanted, a promotion, a job. And it ended up costing 93,000, which is of course not official. They can't really know how many have suffered. Saving a couple of pennies, eh? That's what the cost was. Well, I'm glad that dissolved the Soviet Union. And I was just about to say that because we now live in a better world, but do we? I don't know, do we? Who knows, man? Because crazy stuff is still happening. And no one cares. You know, no one cares. It's like that situation where things are happening to you and you're not really in control, and there's really nothing you can do. The people that were in that area, what could have they've done, you know? Yeah, they could have taken safety precautions, but even that wouldn't have helped him. The mother of that fireman, that lady, the wife of that fireman who was becoming a mother of his child, she lost her child. Why? What, you know, Yeah, she could have taken precautions. Sure, she was asked not to touch him, and she did deliberately over and over and over again. Yeah, sure, fine, she did that. But what's the guarantee that even if she didn't, she still didn't breathe all that air and particles and dust in and cause that regardless? So then, what did she do really? Nothing. She was just there. That was her mistake, was that she lived in that area, just as so many others did. There's absolutely nothing any of them could have done about it. And to know that all of this could have been avoided, if first off, the people in charge had listened, the people who were inexperienced, at the beginning, when I started to figure out, okay, these people might have been young and inexperienced, I thought, okay, maybe they did something wrong. They did nothing wrong. The inexperienced people did everything right. It was the experienced people that messed it up. The people in charge, the people with authority, and of course the state itself to try to save a couple of pennies. And then what do? Thousands, literally thousands have died because of our incompetence. What do? Well, the guy that's telling it, the guy that we hired to give us a solution, to give us the results, what actually happened, he's telling us what actually happened, and we are going to then punish him for doing his job. Then I guess it's not really about the job at the end of the day. Unbelievable. It's so sad. Like, it's disturbing, honestly. So, that's where we are at. I'm glad, though, at the end, he, Legasov decided to tell the truth and put the right people on blast. I like how there at the end, even when it was all being revealed, Dyatlov or whatever his name is, was like, oh no, they're lying. Regardless of what the issue actually was with the AZ5 button. So the letter Z or Z is written like a 3 in Russian. Was, of course, regardless of whatever that issue was with the graphite accelerating the power, he still broke every single protocol, every single safety in place. He just went against it. And then owning up to his own mistakes. Instead, he just started blaming everybody else. Oh, the incompetent morons. The most incompetent moron there was you. Oh, like I said, this show is really frustrating. It is so, it's so sad, really. It's so disgusting, honestly. Like, just all for greed. Like, it's so weird to me that people do this. Like these people, they did this for what? For promotions, right? Well, guess what? If the reactor explodes, the core explodes, there's no future. So the hell with your future and your promotion and your job, because there is none of it. So what are you doing all of this for then? It boggles my mind that something so simple they cannot understand. That, yeah, sure, okay, fine. You want a promotion, you're greedy, you want whatever it is that you want. That's going to come in the future. If you don't deal with what's happening right now, guess what? There is no future. So what are you doing then? What is it all for, really? But then again, I suppose it's what Boris said. Everybody thinks it wouldn't happen to me. It couldn't happen. Why worry about something that can't happen? That's something that isn't possible. It's just disgusting, I swear. It really is. And even after being exposed, after being told everything, they still don't take it seriously. It still takes them ages after the dude literally has to kill himself is when they accept their faults and actually try to improve. And you know what? You don't want to accept your fault. Disgusting, but fine. Fix the issue. You're still not gonna do it. Just like... yeah. It's really getting me riled up. It's just like... the thing that really upsets me is that it could have been avoided. Everyone saw the problem, except the one guy who could stop it. And 300,000 people were displaced because of your arrogance and your ignorance and your ego and your attitude. The moment he walked in, it was like someone pissed in his... And it's, you know, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. It's easy to point fingers at others as well. You know, it's easy to say, oh, I was a Soviet. Oh, the bad, evil Soviet. And then we look at our current affair, you know? What are we doing? Speaking of displacement, how many people have we displaced? Can I start listing them? Because it's not one place we've done that in. There's currently another place going on. Well, not one. There are several places currently going on, backed by... It's sad. It's disgusting. It's warmongers, man. Warmongers all around us. All around us. And they think they're invincible. It couldn't happen to them until it does. But the people have to take a stand. It starts low. It starts at the bottom. And then it rises up. So yeah, look around, man. If you think what happened in this was unfair and unjust and, you know, not right, well, that's what's happening right now. Take a look at your own situation. Find out how you can help. And then actually go ahead and help. Don't just clap for the people that took the stand like Legasov, you know, and the other people that were working for him. Represented by Ulana. Be the Legasov. Take a stand yourself. Make it happen. Because trust me, whichever country you're in, they're all run the same. And it's all run on your money. So if you all come together, that's why they keep you divided. Because when you're divided, they can't control you. But when you're united, they cannot control you. Come together, unite. Take a stand for what's right and see how they'll listen. See how everything changes. Anyways, that's the end of my TED Talk. Thank you for coming, my students. It's just disgusting because, you know, we see this in the past. We see this all the way over there or all the way over there or wherever. But we just don't see our own current situation. You know, that's... Yeah. This was a great show in the sense that it really... Like, it brought out so many different emotions, and when a show can do that, it's very well done. But obviously, the event itself is a real event, a true event, and that was disturbing in itself. And I'm glad that actually a lot of people survived from there, because that's one, you know what, one silver lining that we can take from it, that from what I could hear, it felt like it was a certain death and everything was done for. But a lot of those people actually survived, and even Legasov might have survived longer if he had not chosen to do what he did there at the end. But of course, that was necessary for him to do in order for the people to take notice. And so he's a hero indeed, just as the KGB do try to tell him, you're not a hero. He is the hero on the right side of history, and he will always be remembered as the person on the right side of history. And so make sure you are that person on the right side of history as well. But yeah, like I said, we'll end it on a positive. This is why you always put up a fight. This is why you always put on the safety equipment. This is why no matter how dire the situation goes, you do not give up. You don't give up hope. Hope can move mountains. I know it's cringe and cliche, but it's true. I mean, you saw it. It was certain death for a lot of those people, and a lot of them survived. Of course, a lot of them died, and may they all rest in peace. But a lot of them survived, and they were told they were not going to. That's a lesson right there in itself. Thank you for watching. This was a brilliant series. Do let me know if you want me to cover anything else in the comments down below. And then go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, have a nice